In a time long, long ago, when the Earth was gripped by the frigid embrace of the Ice Age, humans lived a life of constant challenge and survival. Picture vast expanses of frozen tundra, dotted with patches of ancient forests, where towering woolly mammoths roamed and saber-toothed cats lurked in the shadows. It was a harsh, unforgiving world, and every day was a battle to stay alive. Amidst this backdrop, small groups of humans, bundled in furs and armed with primitive tools, moved across the land, following the herds that provided them with food and clothing. They were hunter-gatherers, skilled in the art of survival, relying on their wits, strength, and cooperation to thrive in this frozen wilderness. One evening, after a successful hunt, a group of these humans sat around a crackling fire. The warm orange glow of the flames flickered against the icy night, and the air was filled with the mouth-watering aroma of roasting meat. As they ate, sharing stories and planning for the next day, they began to notice something unusual. In the shadows just beyond the reach of the firelight, a pair of eyes gleamed. Then another and another. They were not alone. A pack of wolves, drawn by the scent of the meat, had approached the camp. The humans tensed, ready to defend themselves if necessary, but the wolves did not attack. Instead, they lingered at the edge of the camp, their sharp eyes watching every move. At first, the humans were wary, tossing bones and scraps into the darkness in an attempt to keep the wolves at bay. But as the nights passed, something remarkable began to happen. The wolves, realizing that these strange bipedal creatures were not a threat, started to come closer. They became bolder, inching toward the fire in hopes of snatching a piece of meat. The humans, too, began to change. They noticed that these wolves were different from the wild, fearsome predators they had known before. These wolves were more cautious, less aggressive, and seemed almost curious. Over time, a mutual understanding developed. The wolves provided an early warning system, their keen senses alerting the humans to danger long before they could sense it themselves. In return, the humans shared their food, offering scraps and bones to these new, unlikely companions. This was the beginning of a remarkable partnership. The wolves that were more tolerant of humans, that were less aggressive and more social, started to thrive. They followed the human groups, learning to live alongside them. And as the generations passed, these wolves began to change in subtle ways. Their snouts became shorter, their ears floppier, and they started to lose the fear of humans that had characterized their wilder cousins. Slowly but surely, they were evolving into something new, something that would one day be called a dog. But why did this transformation occur? What drove these two very different species, humans and wolves, to come together in such a unique and lasting bond? The answer lies in survival. For the wolves, the benefits were clear. By staying close to humans, they had easy access to food, without the risks and energy expenditure of hunting. For the humans, the advantages were just as significant. These early dogs helped them track and hunt prey, guarded their camps from other predators, and provided companionship in a harsh, lonely world. This relationship, however, was not just about practicality. As the bond between humans and dogs grew, something deeper emerged. The dogs became more than just hunting partners or guards. They became part of the human family. They were cared for, loved, and even mourned when they died. Archaeologists have discovered evidence of this bond in ancient burial sites. In one such site in Germany dating back 14,000 years, remains of a man, a woman, and a dog were found buried together. The dog, a young pup, had clearly been cared for during an illness that would have required time, effort, and resources to treat. This was not just an animal that was useful. It was a cherished companion, one that was seen as worthy of a place in the afterlife alongside its human family. As centuries passed, the relationship between humans and dogs continued to evolve. By the dawn of civilization, around 10,000 years ago, dogs had become indispensable to human life. They were not only used for hunting and protection, but also for herding livestock, guarding homes, and even serving as symbols of status and wealth. In ancient Egypt, for example, dogs were highly revered. They were often depicted in art, shown alongside their human masters in scenes of daily life and the afterlife. Some dogs were even mummified and buried with their owners. a testament to the deep respect and affection the Egyptians had for their canine companion. But the story of dogs does not end in the past. Today, dogs are more than just pets. They are an integral part of human society. They serve as guides for the blind, provide comfort to the sick, and help reduce stress and anxiety in countless people around the world. The bond between humans and dogs, forged in the icy wilderness of the past, has only grown stronger over time. It is a bond that continues to evolve, driven by the same forces of mutual benefit and emotional connection that first brought humans and wolves together, all those thousands of years ago. And as we look to the future, it is clear that this remarkable partnership will continue to thrive, enriching the lives of both species in ways that our ancient ancestors could never have imagined. So, the next time you look into your dog's eyes, remember that you are looking into a living piece of history. A history that began in the shadows of a campfire, with a group of humans and a pack of wolves who decided to take a chance on each other. And that, perhaps, the greatest story of all.